Look who's in the house. Jon Batiste. How are you, my man?
I'm feeling good. How you doing, Bob? Pleasure to be here.
It's so nice to meet you. And, Jon, I'm such a big fan of yours. But I will say it is a little difficult for me every night because my girlfriend is like in love with you and, can't ever go to bed before your exchange with Stephen on a late show.
Man, I love being able to share the living room and the bedroom and everything with the world out there. It's a great vibe.
Jon, where are you coming from today? Where around the world are you today?
I'm just up about a river upstate New York and just trying to feel good and feel connected during this time of isolation.
Which is why I Need You is such a great song at a perfect time. In this world with a lot of problems, all we need is a little love.
It's something that struck my heart to want to share. Simple words, but I think really powerful words of the time that we're in at all times.
Yes. And the video for this song is so charming. You're in an art gallery and you're looking at some photos on the wall. And for anybody who hasn't seen it, definitely worth your time. And then those pictures of people celebrating in what I'm guessing is like the 40s or 50s.
Yep.
It all comes to life, and you got some serious dance moves, Jon Batiste.
I love the Lindy Hop so much. And it's a style of dance from the 1940s, Harlem, 1930s, really. And I was trying to figure out a way with this song to blend the 1930s, 1940s black social music, chitlin circuit, juke joint with what you would hear in a pop or hip hop song sonically that you would hear on Z100 radio, pop thing vibes, and put that energy together because the black social music was about joy and catharsis. Lil Richard, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That energy, yeah, passion, energy. Let's get back to that.
Do you feel, Jon, like you know, are you feeling like you're kind of at a musical peak in some ways? You're in your mid 30s, right? I'm just thinking about, you know, what I'm guessing, a couple of legends that might have been very important to you, like John Coltrane or Miles
Mm.
Davis, who are making some of their best art around that age time, around in the mid 30s.
I think I'm at the beginning of a personal artistic renaissance. And it comes with the culmination of my life and reaching this point in my life to where I've synthesized all of these experiences and all of these musical approaches and finally have figured out how to present them as one. And that's what happens when artists, you hear Miles Davis and you hear Nina Simone, and they reach that age where, oh, they were talented and they were gifted, obviously, before, but they figured out the synthesis. And I feel like I just reached that point with this album.
Well, not I guess we wouldn't call it your day job, but when you're when you're not making music and recording an album and you've got what appears to be on the surface like maybe the best job in the world, working on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and I got to ask you, is there a wardrobe budget for you involved with that?
Yes, there is. There is. Yeah.
When you do that exchange every night with Stephen, where are you exactly? Sitting at the grand piano, but where?
It's um it's a beautiful little theater in the area where I am now that I decided to make into my studio. It's connected to the house, and we really want to make it feel like it's in a studio, even though it's at home. So I hope we've accomplished that. We want to make it feel like you're watching a show on a network television show, and not something on Zoom. So we hope we made it feel like that thus far.
I think you succeed there.
I was just like, it's just when we watch it Zoom.
And as someone who lives in New Orleans and has spent so much time there, I can only assume, and I've heard you talk about this many times, you also have an affinity for food, obviously, where you are. That Fran Lebowitz documentary that Martin Scorsese did recently.
I love that doc.
Yeah, so there's a line in it where she says, I think the two things that bring humans the most pleasure in life are musicians and cooks, because they make you feel good and you don't have to do anything that risks your health to feel that way through those two, things. So in addition to the music, can we talk gumbo? Can we talk cuisine a little bit? Can you tell me how different Mardi Gras was this year? I understand they did Yardi Gras in New Orleans this year.
Yeah, Yardi Gras is a beautiful example of the resilience of the people from my home state, because we go through Katrina, we go through all of the different forms of discrimination and all the different forms of this or that can stop Mardi Gras every year, and it never is stopped. It's never, every year we have a celebration, and Yardi Gras is people having a COVID-friendly celebration, standing in their yard, their front yard, and building their front porches and front stoops into these beautiful decked out Mardi Gras floats that are not moving, but it still has the spirit of the parade. And I find that to be a very, very beautiful manifestation of the resilience of Louisiana.
Well, we are very much looking forward to the release of this new album, We Are, which comes out on March 19th. And I also want to say the only other song I've heard from the album is Cry, Cry, Cry. And
oh my goodness, Voodoo Weenie, Bonnie.
Yes, indeed.
Ooh, he said that sound, man. I love that. I love that you heard that one. Who do you love?
Yes.
Who you gonna love? Who do you love when push comes to shove?
Love that.
Ooh.
John, I'm extending an invitation. Next time you find yourself in Annapolis, we have a long tradition of crabs here, blue crabs with Old Bay. It's the way we serve them.
Wow, I heard about that. That's amazing. That's kind of like crawfish,
Yeah, very similar, and maybe just as spicy. So,
oh, I love that Old Bay, man. You got a date. I'm gonna see you there.
Jon Batiste, thank you so much for your time, and also thanks in advance for. I know the record label, is going to share a little performance with us at some point that we're going to post on our website. So all the best, and just a pleasure to talk to you.
Hey, many blessings to you and your family in this time. It's a pleasure to meet you and talk to you. I can't wait to see you in person.
Okay, John, thank you so much.